Welcome back, you beauties. Yes, sport was a bit of a bitter pill to swallow this weekend, but it's our job to deal with it, okay? Because we are that passionately behind our women and our gents, because they probably need us right now. The Springboks came agonizingly close, but couldn't crack the All Blacks Eden Park fortress. Mistakes costing us, lost lineouts, proving too costly in the end, but it's stuff that's in our control. 24-17, the defeat there. And then meanwhile, the Bok women, they battled hard despite a red card that was just too much with Nadine Roos. A brilliant solo effort at the end there, because she's my girl, offering a late highlight in what I would imagine would have been a bruising loss to France. And we're joined by two-time rugby commentator and content creator, and Zoe Human, False Bay women's rugby star and rugby MC. I'm sure feeling a little glum this morning, guys.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, man. Let's start with the Boks, because I suppose we've got to deal with it.
Yeah.
I had one eye on the game, but I realised I'd emotionally divorced myself whilst watching schoolboy rugby in the morning.
Yeah.
Thankfully, good schoolboy rugby. How do we put this in perspective? It was always going to be mission impossible, but we came close.
Yo, listen, I mean, history was against us from the get-go at Eden Park. So we were up against a massive mountain to climb, as well as we had motivation as well, beating them 4 times in a row. So we had something to talk about, but it's at Eden Park. So I think it was a roll of the dice. I think we could have been there, but a few calls here and there.
Was it Villy? Was it? Can you put it down to a player? Was it mindset? Was it tactics going into this? We played a very old, very rich squad, but not really representing the young stars that have emerged this year.
In those conditions, I feel like it favoured them. Rumour has it they called in some sprinklers before the game just to make it a wet surface.
Fair game.
So we struggled a bit with our handling errors, quite shocking if I should say the least. Very uncharacteristic as well. And I mean, the All Blacks, they usually die out in 60 minutes. Yeah, see, but this time they just carried on fighting.
It felt like an All Black side of old.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, it's going to be a very tough one to get over these ones, because they were keen on that day.
It feels like on these weekends we love to transfer. So we always put it on the Proteas to win it, so that the Springboks can win it, so that the Springbok women can win it.
Yeah, we need that momentum.
Yeah, there was a lot of things counting against the Springboks going into this one, but I think maybe good for rugby. And I hate to say it, but it's always nice to have the All Blacks at least carrying a bit of that mantle, and they were playing like the All Blacks of old. That's great.
For sure.
We are now tempering our expectations about the Rugby Championship and moving to the World Cup.
Yes.
We knew this was going to be an uphill battle. Did you expect it? Obviously, the red card was just too costly. I think 3 tries or nearly 4 tries in that period. Can you recover from something like that?
I think we went into this game knowing the hardship that we had in front of us. I think when we spoke on Friday, or I spoke with Ryle, we didn't have our lineup yet. And I think no one thinks that that's the strongest lineup moving forward. But that was a decision that we had to make, because if we're going to these knockouts...
Yeah, we've got New Zealand.
Well, I guess there's the hope that maybe we'd have Ireland instead, and it might be a slightly easier choice. But I think regardless of who we played against France, it was going to be a hard knockout for us. So better to have rested the players. But yeah, that red card, I'm not convinced.
I thought it was going to be a straight red because it was direct head contact.
I thought there was a lot of mitigation in it.
Just makes it look worse.
And you're dealing with an imbalance in height and all the things that... So we understand, but you've got to do it. You've got to be able to protect the players, and at least we were able to come back to a full complement, but it made absolutely no difference. As a coach, do you put this in perspective as one of those moments, a learning, or how do you put it in perspective when you've got, so in the context of France, building momentum at just the right time? I think other teams would be fearing them now because they look clinical, free-flowing, they just hit all the right notes. From a South African perspective, do we just sweep this under the carpet, or do you learn from it?
I mean, of course, you learn from it. I mean, Swayze to Brain, take a bow. He's done an incredible job with the Springbok women. So, I mean, judging from how far they've come up until now, I mean, it's the first time where they got you to a playoff spot. 2010, 2014, knocked out in the pool stages. And, I mean, I was ecstatic. On my WhatsApp, I was singing all the time, like, yo, please, do it. But also, on the contrary, France, they've been there before. They, as you mentioned, they're peaking at the right time.
They're playing
they've got the professionalism.
Yeah, for sure. So, and I mean, of course, with us, it's just a building block. We just spoke about it now. It's like just building blocks. We look forward to the next one.
I think we love the underdog, but I think we need to be realistic to a certain point as to how much we really have given our ladies. maybe yes, in the last 2 years we've got a lot going, but imagine if we gave them the resources at the level that any of those Six Nations team have. We would be there.
It's not just, and I've realized now, not just the resources, it's the ecosystem. And if you look at how we've benefited from the male game being plugged into a Northern Hemisphere system, that's been happening with the women's game within European rugby for a long time, within Southern Hemisphere rugby for a long time. It's a massive disparity.
And then we have the Black Ferns, and we're like, okay, never mind.
We've beaten them.
Never mind.
That's the thing. We beat them, though, right?
No, but it's not the same. Not the same.
If I was the coach, I'd be saying it's the same jersey, it's the same logo, it's the same DNA, and we've proven what we can do. If anything needs to shift, because we play a very strong physical game, our forwards are dominating, and that seems to be the kind of watchword, but we are the fairy tale team of this World Cup. What do we do against a full-strength Black Ferns this weekend?
We make our tackles before we change. I think we will see a very different lineup, and I think that will definitely change the energy of the team. Nadine Roos, she was so strong. I think if we have her in the same form, I don't know what position I want her in now, though. I keep on telling you, I love her at 9, but then, you put in 10, you put in 15.
Exactly, yeah.
She has a lot of momentum.
Would you shift her? I like we've got a strong centre berth. Our tackles are hard when they land. Fullback, maybe we're playing against some really big, tall, ranging, physical fullbacks, so having a bit more size there, but I don't know where...
Yeah, no, look, even Nadine herself, she says that she doesn't care where she plays, whether it's 9, 10 or 15. But for me, preferably, I'd put it at 15 just for counter-attack prowess. But also Libby at the back as well, though. It's like she's got the height, she's got the aerial skills. So, I mean, it depends on the circumstances of the game. But any day, I'll put Nadine, those counter-attacks. She's short, very quick, and
the way she ran for that try-saving tackle.
Don't mess with my team, man. Keep her at 9. Let's keep 9 and 10 in the channel. Just absolutely beautiful. Can you believe? Can you see a way that we can do this? And remember, this is South Africa, and we generally follow a weekend like this with some record-breaking thing next weekend. So I'm just saying, you're on the manifestation station right now. How are you feeling about this game? Can we do it?
Is it better to be kind or better to be right? You know what I mean? Because do I think we're going to beat the Black Ferns? No, I don't. I think we've probably capped our strength, but I think
our check,
I think we're going to still bring a lot of hope. We're going to bring the resilience, and we're going to put the effort in whatever the outcome. Do I want to be morbid and say we're going to lose? No.
I appreciate you, because I'm like a Labrador. I'm only seeing like a 56-0 win, you know?
Yeah, no, look, I mean, you just mentioned as well, right here in Athlone, when they played, I think, a warm-up game just a few weeks ago, watered down side, we got the victory, good morale boost before the World Cup. But now, so it's a World Cup squad now that we'll be playing against.
We've got the Stacey Wackers.
Yeah, so I think also...
3 World Cups, I think.
So it's a tough one. Just rather rotate. I mean, okay, you're not in the contention anymore. Okay, just play those French players. Just get the experience, also build some depth. There's also a rugby championship coming up now as well. So just get the depth, get the experience going, and then get those caps
I feel like this is the IPL draft phase of the tournament where clubs get to see the best players in the world as individuals as well.
Touché.
Best part about the game, I've got to say, from a male perspective, was listening to my 8-year-old son arguing with his mother about keeping the rugby on. And him justifying why we needed to watch our women play last night. And I've never heard that conversation before from a young boy talking about women's rugby. So I know we're getting legions of girl fans to rugby because of the Springbok women, but kudos, because I think you're dragging the whole country along. Well done. I believe we can do it, and we will find out next weekend. I absolutely love the both of you. Thank you for filling my cup back up. Now let's fill the plate, I think.